Whenever people talk about the NFL draft, including myself, they only mention popular guys like Trevor Lawrence and Devontae Smith. So I decided to flip the script and talk about some of the athletes that you might not have heard of. For the second video in the series, I'm going to the powerhouse in Clemson and talking about a super underrated wideout in Amari Rodgers.
He may go! Amari Rodgers! Touchdown, Clemson!
Straight out of Knoxville, Tennessee, Amari was a legit talent in high school, and throughout his career he had nearly 3,500 yards and 47 touchdowns. With a solid track record behind him, Amari was a high 4-star and even a top 20 ranked wide receiver in his class. As one of the best wideouts in the country, Amari drew interest from schools all across the nation, like USC, Alabama, and Clemson. Although a tough decision, with the powerhouse in Clemson only a few hours away, Amari became a Tiger and the rest is history. Funny enough, Amari originally committed to USC, like Zach Wilson and Boise State, but flipped to Clemson after a late season offer.
No, don't pull, no! Ah!
As a freshman at one of the best schools in the country, it is not much of a surprise that Amari didn't get much love. But it wasn't all bad, and he was still able to get some experience with over 100 yards receiving. Going into his sophomore season, Amari was looking to do at least anything more than he had as a freshman, and he did just that and more with over 550 yards and 4 touchdowns. Following his sophomore year, Amari gained a much larger share of the offense than he had in his first season and was looking to get even better as a junior, but sadly was hindered by an ACL tear in spring practice. Although a debilitated year due to injury, Amari was still able to have over 400 yards and 4 touchdowns. After such a disappointing junior season, Amari was looking to bounce back big in his last year at Clemson, and he did just that.
Off play action, Lawrence down the seam, wants Rodgers, touchdown!
As a senior, Amari decided to do his thing with over 1,000 yards and 7 touchdowns as he was finally able to at least get some love. With the NFL draft on the horizon, there's plenty of talk surrounding wideouts like Chase, Waddle, Smith, and a bunch of others. And I just never hear Amari's name mentioned. I mean, I guess it makes sense, but Amari's an absolute trooper, and after coming back from a torn ACL with his best year to date, he definitely has a lot in store. Not only has Amari only recently hopped onto the scene, but at 5'10", he's much shorter than many wideouts with a similar playstyle. But even with the smaller build, Amari deserves some more attention, and that's why we are here. When watching Amari on the football field, he is a physical specimen, and at 210 has almost a running back build with amazing acceleration. Amari's deceiving build is not only tough to catch, but is extremely difficult to bring down with his crazy size, and because of it is able to get a ton of yards on simple dink and dunk plays. At Clemson, Amari dominated in the slot and was not only used on short routes, but he was also able to take the tops off of defenses with his roadrunner speed. Although a well-rounded talent, Amari struggles with consistently bringing in some of the easiest catches and needs to work on adjusting to tight coverage. As a whole, although seemingly a bit of a work in progress, there's a lot to love in Amari's game, and with time, the sky's the limit for his potential. When looking at players like Amari in the NFL, there's a plethora of quick, smaller wideouts, but not many with his running back build. To find a solid comparison, let's head to a once dominant wideout straight out of the Motor City in Golden Tate.
On 3rd and 14, Jones. What an effort that time by Golden Tate!
Not only are the two both 5'10", but Golden is also a bit bulky at 197. A little bit smaller than Amari, but nonetheless alike. Golden is able to use his speed to not only create chunk plays out of seemingly nothing, but also can catch defenders off guard with his speed and take the top off of defenses just like Amari. Along with Rodgers, Amari also struggled a bit with consistency and as a result has fallen off a bit, but still was able to put up a solid career at Detroit. Honestly, Amari can learn from guys like Golden who have gone down a similar path, and if he can improve his ball skills, he can just get to a whole new level. Although he was injured and only has put around one solid season to date, I'm surprised at the lack of attention surrounding Amari, with how much players like T. Higgins and Hopkins were talked about coming out of Clemson. It might honestly be better, because due to the lack of the talk surrounding Amari, he will have practically no pressure, and it can only exceed expectations. Amari Rodgers is days away from a whole new journey that will show just how good the kid out of Knoxville truly is.
Breaks the tackle and gets the first down and much more. He may go. Amari Rodgers.
Thanks for watching my second Need Some Love video. If you enjoyed, subscribe, like, and comment down below what videos you want next. But anyways, see you guys soon, and peace out.